The word my father used a lot to describe somebody, were they weak? And that word terrified me. I thought weak was the worst thing you could be. I've had to learn there's a big difference between vulnerability and weakness. And truth and vulnerability is not weakness, that's strength.
So it's about defining weakness and strength, or how you define it. Did you have a sense of how your dad defined it?
He built gigantic airplanes and was in the defense industry. So I thought literally strength meant rockets,
Right.
fighter planes, and that I was just going to be a little kid my whole life and never grow up.
Since my parents were both from the creative world, I didn't have that sense of power or strength in my family because their relationships with people were much more human. In fact, they had a rule that business couldn't be done in our house. They had a rule that the house couldn't be used for business. I think we had a very different structure in the house in that way. And so even people who were powerful people like Charlton Heston or Gregory Peck would come into the house and be essentially husbands or fathers that had nothing to do with power, male, patriarchy, dominance, all those kind of things I just didn't get.
Our house was designed for hosting parties, for business parties. And that's how I got to meet presidents, kings, princesses. My little dachshund, Red Baron, jumped into the Princess of Greece's lap and he had dirt on his feet. And I thought, oh my God, what do I do? Sorry, Your Highness. I had to come out. It was like a little smoking jacket with little red slippers and green lapel. And I'd come out, my sister and I, and meet, hello, Governor Reagan.
Exactly.
Hello, Mrs. Reagan. Hello, Mrs. Bloomingdale. Then we would go back to our rooms where we would stay for the rest of the night. And that happened, 2 or 3 times a week. But I thought that was normal.